At the beginning of this episode, one night we see Mabel looking up at the sky and saying her brother's name. Seika approached him and he was shocked and defended himself with his dagger. Seika tells him that he didn't come to fight. Mabel asked him why he came. Seika said she just wanted to talk. And Seika wants to know what it really bothering Mabel's mind. If she'd tell him, maybe Seika would change his mind and will not continue their match in the tournament. Mabel said she wanted to at least injure Seika so he'd forfeit the fight tomorrow. And she begs Seika to forfeit the game cause she cannot hold back anymore and she doesn't want anyone else to die. But Seika answers her that her job is to win the tournament and become a fake hero in order to draw the demon's attention. But Seika also noticed that there is another reason why this fight is important to her and he convinced Mabel to tell the truth. And maybe in this way he will forfeit their match. Mabel left no other choice but to tell Seika the truth. Her job is to be killed by someone who has an evil eye to make the demons think that the hero is dead. The Rugrick Merchants Association takes slave children with potential and turns them into mercenaries. And both Kyle and her were trained by them. Mabel also reveals that Kyle was sent in this tournament as a testing. They open a hole in Kyle's skull and implant magic in his brain that makes like a robot. He doesn't have fear, anger or hesitation anymore and obeys their order. Mabel also reveals that she is the last one of Kyle's friend to be killed. The other two already died. That's why she wanted to go to the finals, because she wanted to kill Kyle. He is the one who killed his brother and he wants to avenge his death. But Seika interrupted her and said that she is lying. The truth is Kyle is her brother. Kyle's last word to Mabel is to set him free if he is not a human anymore. Seika decides that he is the one who will Kyle instead of Mabel because there's no reason Mabel would die. And the two agreed. Mabel will give her best to defeat Seika and Seika on his part will prove that he the strongest. The next day, the fight between Seika and Mabel has just began. Mabel attacked Seika in a lightning speed. She slashed Seika, and of course Seika immediately teleported. Seika uses his spell of binding vines to bind Mabel. But Mabel is persistent. Seika made her weapon 1,000 times heavier than usual and used another vine made of mercury to bind Mabel once again. This made the judges to declare Seika as the winner. And she said to Mabel that it's okay to leave his brother Kyle to him. Later, the battle between Seika and Kyle begin. Seika releases a red smoke screen. Seika releases his mercury bind and it binds Kyle. Kyle immediately cut it off and attacks Seika, but Seika uses his barrier shield. Kyle to continue to walk towards Seika. Seika summoned Yushioni, a 4-armed minotaur. Using his black magic, Kyle stabbed the monster but it has no effect on him. The monster smashed Kyle and broke his sword. Later on, a blue vein started to appear in Kyle's body. And Seika immediately released his anti-spell barrier and Kyle started to spell blood on his mouth. Kyle grabbed Seika's arm and told to tell his sister Mabel his apology. Seika just released his secret power in order to revive Kyle. But Yuki stopped him and said that this spell will make him stand out too much. She reminds Seika that he said he will hide his power in this new life and the reason why he is reincarnated. And the tournament ended. Seika told the committee that he destroyed Kyle without leaving a trace. Seika received a victory medal but he declined to be part of the Royal Guards. If you liked this video and want to see the next part, please subscribe to this channel because I'll be posting many more just like this. I'll see you on the next one.